Okay, Sairam. We are discussing about general, and we have discussed many entries so far. है ना? Starting from commencement of business, then purchase of assets on cash basis and credit basis. Then we discuss purchase of goods, both cash purchase of goods and credit purchase of goods. Then purchase return, then sales of goods, similarly cash sales or credit sales. Then we discuss sales return. Then we discuss about payment made to creditors or payments received from debtors, payment of expenses, receipts of incomes. Then we discuss specific transactions about goods, that means drawings made by the proprietor, drawings made in goods or drawings made of cash. Then we discuss goods distributed as free samples or goods are lost by fire or theft. Okay. Then we discuss about bad debts and bad debts recovered. Then we discuss about trade discount and cash discount, how to calculate and how to record the discount that we discussed. Yesterday we discussed about simple entries and compound entries. Okay, so this much we have already discussed in general. Okay, so now today we will try to understand first bank transactions, then we will go ahead and then we will start practicing from the book. Okay, what transactions we are starting, that is the bank transactions. Okay, now 18 people have joined, 17 people have joined. Okay, all right. Now let me share. Present now. Chrome tab. Class 8 data. Share. Is the screen visible to all of you? Saira?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So because in this Tata is there is nothing and very less material is given, so we will create our own material using the whiteboard. Okay, so we are creating new whiteboard here, and I need text. Sorry, where is the text? Text. Where is the text? Mhm. I don't need to. Okay, there is the text somewhere here. No layers are needed. Okay, it's not needed. So this is the text. Okay, now let us create the whiteboard. Then we will start writing on this. What I can do this. Okay. This board we have here. So let us start working on this whiteboard. Today we are going to discuss bank transactions. Okay, this is the topic. Bank transactions means transactions which take place between business and bank. Okay, transactions which take place between business and bank. These transactions are called as bank transactions. So in these transactions, there are two parties. One is the bank and second is the business. So there are two parties. Number one, bank and business. Okay. So as you all know that today it is almost impossible to do business without having a bank account. So every businessman has an account in the bank, and through bank many transactions are being conducted. So normal transactions which takes place between business and bank include payment by check, receives payment by check. Okay, then sometimes we uh, make the expenses paid by bank. Okay, so these many transactions are taking place, and one important activity nowadays taking place, that is transfer of money or transfer of fund from one place to another place using digital banking technology. You know. So now this technology is very useful nowadays because of this corona spread. We avoid to touch the notes. So in place of making payment in cash, most of the people are making payment using the digital platforms like Paytm or net banking. So we don't need to touch or see shake hands with the businessman, or we have to we are safe than cash transactions. Okay, so that is the important today. And in online shopping also it is very useful or important. So this we all discuss. So that relationship between bank and business begins with the opening of bank account in the bank. है ना? Opening of an account in bank. Okay. So bank has no relations with us otherwise. So the relationship between business and bank begins with the opening of an account in bank. Okay. So this is the first interaction between bank and the business, where businessman opens an account of business in the bank. Okay. So basically opening of an account is not itself a financial transaction. So opening of an account, this event cannot be recorded in books of accounts. But what happens when we open the account in the bank? All many of you will be aware that whenever we need to open any type of account, we have to deposit some minimum amount for opening the bank. है ना? Without depositing the minimum amount, account cannot be opened except this Jan accounts which are opened without any balance. No? So this is the government's special scheme under which accounts were opened without any balance or zero balance. That is not a normal phenomenon. That's the exceptional condition or facility provided by the government to the poor people. Otherwise, whenever you want to open any account, you have to deposit some minimum amount according to the nature of the account. Okay, so which type of account you are going to open, accordingly we have to deposit money or minimum amount in the bank. Basically, first transaction from accounting point of view is not opening of an account, but that is the deposit of money in bank. No, deposit of money or cash in bank. Okay, this is the first transaction that takes place. So what is happening? Bank is a personal account. And we have discussed three types of accounts, three types of personal accounts: a natural person, artificial person, and representative person. So bank is an artificial person or organization. And it's an institution or organization. So bank account is a personal account or artificial personal account. So when we deposit money in the bank, bank is the receiver. So rule is the debit the receiver. And the rule of personal account is debit the receiver. That's why we debit the bank account. Okay. And when we deposit money in the bank, what is going out of the business?
Yes.
What is going out? Cash. Okay. So cash is going. So cash is the asset, real account, and according to real account, credit what is going out of the business. Okay. So this is the entry. bank account debit to cash account. Is it clear? If you see the modern approach, then also modern approach says debit the increase in assets and credit the decrease in assets. So when we deposit money in bank, our bank balance increases. So our money with bank increases. That means bank balance is increases. That means increase in bank balance. That is also an asset. So debit and one asset is reducing. That is cash. So the asset which is increasing is debited, and the asset which is reducing is credited. So bank balance is increasing. So bank account debit, and cash balance is reducing. So cash account credit. Okay. So that is the first transaction. That is deposit of money in bank. Second transaction is withdrawal of money from bank for business. Whatever money we deposit in the bank, that money we withdraw whenever we need. So business, this is a common phenomenon in the business that businessmen keep on depositing and withdrawing money. Whenever they get more cash with them, so they deposit this cash in the bank, and when they feel shortage of cash, they can withdraw money from the bank. So this money is withdrawn from bank for business use, not for the personal use. It's not the drawings. It is a withdrawal of money from bank account for business. Okay, so entry will be opposite of the previous entry. That will be the what will happen when we withdraw money. Cash will come in the business, or cash will increase in the business. That's why cash account debit, and our bank balance will reduce, or bank is the giver to bank account. Okay, so cash account debit to bank account. This is the second entry for withdrawal of money from bank. Okay. Any doubt to any of you in this, in these two entries? Sairam.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sairam.
Sairam, sir.
So any of you have any doubt in these two entries? First two entries.
No, sir.
Now third entry is, that is making payments by check. Making payments by check. But before discussing this entry, let us discuss about check. Who can define? Who will say? Who will answer this question? That what is a check? Who knows what is a check? Do you know something about the check? Any of you? What is a check?
So by this, we can transfer amount of money easily to anyone.
Okay, good. Anyone else? Sairam.
Sir, check is a medium of payment.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, it is an agreement which can be signed by anyone and by the person whose name is.
Okay, check basically not agreement, but okay. Let us discuss later. Okay, anyone else? Okay. So this we are discussing. We started with opening of an account in the bank. So do you know that how many types of accounts can be opened in the bank? Hmm? Types of bank accounts. This topic is common. I am explaining it. It is there in BS chapter also. अब जो चैप्टर स्टार्ट करेंगे बिजनेस सर्विसेज उसमें भी है और यहाँ भी है, तो इट इज अ कॉमन एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर बोथ, है ना, टाइप्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. ओके, so we can open 4 types of account in business. Number 1 is the current account. Okay, number 2 is the savings account. First is current account, number 2 is the savings account. Third account may be the fixed deposits account. Fixed deposit account, commonly known as FD. Commonly known as FD. And fourth account is the recurring deposit account. It is commonly known as RD. Okay. Are you listening? Sairam.
Yes, sir.
So these 4 types of accounts are available to be opened in the business. Any of you, anyone can open. Not you right now because it needs
Yes,
majority.
sir.
So you can open these 4 types of accounts in business according to your need. Why I have classified grouped in these two in the same, these two are in the same category, is current account and savings account, है ना. So current account and savings account, these are called demand deposits, है ना. What is the name of these two accounts? They are called demand deposits. These two, current account and savings account, and these two are called time deposits. Okay, demand deposits and time deposits. Now try to understand. What is the current account? It is not electric current. No, don't get confused by electric current. No current is there. Sairam.
Yes, sir.
So if you will touch this account, you will not feel any current. But it is very current. It has a lot of energy because it's full of money. So current account is the account in which money can be deposited for any number of times in a day and can be withdrawn for any number of times. Okay. This is the account where there is no restriction on deposits and withdrawals. Money can be deposited for any number of times as well as it can be withdrawn for any number of times. Okay. And because this facility of frequent deposits and withdrawal is needed by whom? Who needs to deposit money many times in a day or withdraw money many times in a day? Who needs this facility? Sairam.
Businessman.
Businessman, definitely. Suppose I am the employee, I don't have that much money, neither I need to deposit many times, neither money is coming again and again, nor I am paying again and again, so I don't need that facility. So this account is known as businessman's account. So current account is known as the businessman's account because this account provides the facility of unrestricted deposits and withdrawals. Okay. Are you understanding?
Yes,
This
sir.
account is current account. In this account, money can be deposited for any number of times and can be withdrawn for any number of times in a day. And bank provides what? Two books are provided. One is called passbook, no, and other is passbook. Sorry, checkbook. Okay, and almost no interest is allowed by bank on the money deposited in current account. Almost no interest. No? almost no interest on deposits, and bank provides overdraft facility. Overdraft facility. So now I think in one period will not be sufficient. We have to discuss all these things, then we can go ahead. Otherwise, your concept will not be clear. You will get confused again and again. Okay, so before going ahead, let us make clear all these concepts. So what we are discussing right now, Sairam, please speak. Which type of account we are discussing?
Current account.
Okay.
Current account.
So current account, what are the features of current account? In this account, money can be deposited and withdrawn any number of times. Okay. And bank provides almost no interest on the money which is lying in your current account, which is deposited into current account. On the contrary, bank takes some bank charges, for looking after your money, for providing you many facilities on this account. So bank takes some charges from you, which are called bank charges. Okay, so this account is not for purpose of earning interest. Sometimes people deposit money in the bank because they have excess money lying with them, so they deposit it in the bank account so they can earn some interest on that money. So that is not the purpose of this account. This account is to facilitate trade transactions or business. That's what is called as businessman's account. In this account, the minimum balance is highest. Right now, rupees 5,000 is the minimum balance. That is not in any other account. Okay. So what I classified? I said these two accounts as demand deposits. Current account and savings account are the demand deposits. Means that out of these two accounts, money can be withdrawn at any time. Means bank has to pay this money to the customers whenever they demand. So suppose you have current account and you have some deposit in your bank account, some money deposited in your account. So whenever you go to the bank and you want to withdraw money, bank cannot refuse or bank cannot restrict you to withdraw the money. So it is payable on demand. Money deposited in these two accounts, current account and savings account, is payable on demand of the customers. Whenever customers demand or ask the bank to pay this money back, bank will pay this money to you. Means directly we can say from these two accounts, money can be withdrawn at any time by the customer, by the account holder. Okay. That's why these two are called as demand deposits. Okay. The remaining two I explained as a time deposit, fixed deposit and recurring deposit. Time deposit means that in these two accounts, money remains deposited for a fixed period of time and it cannot be withdrawn before that period of time. Out of FD account and RD account, money remains deposited for a fixed period of time. Suppose you make a FD fixed deposit for 5 years, so that money cannot be taken before 5 years. Normally, nowadays bank provide the facility to withdraw or break the FD also, but that is different situation. But normally, this money is expected to be taken out of the bank after a stipulated period of time. Suppose you open the recurring deposit account for 3 years, then the amount will be payable by bank after 3 years. You make a FD in the bank for 3 years, then this amount will be payable by bank after 3 years. That's why they are called time deposits, TD. And these two accounts are called demand deposits because money deposited in these two accounts is payable by bank on demand. Means customer can withdraw this money at any point of time from the bank. Is it clear? So what is the meaning of deposits and what is the meaning of time deposits? Okay, Sairam. Is it clear? Demand deposits and time deposits?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, so now let us go ahead. So what I said, in a current account, bank provides the facility to deposit money for any number of times and withdraw money any number of times in a day. So it is most suitable for businessmen. It is not the proprietary of businessmen that only they can open the current account. You can also open current account. Anyone can open the current account. No restriction on that. But it is not useful for us. We don't need that much facilities. Or on the contrary, we will not get any interest on money deposited in this account. That's why it is more suitable for businessmen. That's why it is called businessman's account. Otherwise, anyone can open. No restriction on opening of this account, but it is more suitable for businessmen. That's why it is called as businessman's account. Okay. So whenever we open a current account in the bank, you might not be aware of how to open an account in the bank. Okay. So there is simple procedure of opening an account in the bank. So if you want to open the account in the bank, you go to the bank and take the application form for opening the account. So bank will provide you an application form. In that you have to fill the details, normal details, your name, address, parents, so father's name, mother's name, whatever it is. Then your occupation or business or profession, what are you doing? Then you have to choose which type of account you want to open, current account, savings account, which type of account you want to open. Then if you open these two, current account or savings account, you have to give your specimen signatures. And a bank will ask you for giving your specimen signature. So bank can check or verify your signatures whenever you withdraw money from these two accounts. Okay, then you have to deposit some minimum amount according to the nature of account. I think in current account minimum amount is 500. In savings account minimum amount is 1000. So that minimum amount we have to deposit. And nowadays bank also ask for your Aadhaar card, a copy of your Aadhaar card whenever you open the account in the bank. They also ask for a copy of PAN card. This is very important. I'm making you aware now you are in 11th standard. So when you will come in the 12th standard and will go out of the home for studies, and then you will need bank account. Definitely you will need bank account because your parents would like to give you your own ATM card or your account. So they can transfer money in your account. So for opening the account, now it has been made compulsory that you should have the what I said, PAN card, PAN number, PAN number. Who knows PAN number, PAN card? What is the PAN card? Sairam. Sairam. Purvi, am I audible? Purvi, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
What I asked today, I am discussing all useful things, very useful things in real life. This is all you need nowadays. And you must be aware of all these things as a student as well as a citizen. Now banking information is compulsory part of the life of the persons. It has become a necessary part of our life. Without this information, no one can survive. Okay, so all of us are using bank facilities, all of us are using all these services. So now we must be aware of all these things. So this is practical knowledge as well as your subject knowledge also. Okay, so what is the PAN card? What is the full form of PAN? The full form of PAN is the
Permanent account number.
okay, good. This PAN. PAN means the permanent account number. Who provides this PAN number? Which department or which body provides this PAN number?
Income tax.
Income tax.
Income tax department. Okay, income tax department belongs to state government or central government? Okay, so state governments cannot levy income tax. It is a central government tax. Income tax is a central government tax. So income tax department of government of India provides this PAN card, permanent account number. Okay. So bank asks for this PAN number. Without PAN number, now they are not opening the account. Basically, this PAN number is the permanent account number. As you have your scholar number in the school, what is your identity? If we want to search information about any student, I may not be knowing your name or anything about you, but if I know your scholar number, then I can search all information on the basis of that scholar number, है ना? So scholar number is your identity in the school. In which year did you get admission in the school, or what are your results in the different years? So every information can be taken or can be known on the basis of your scholar number. Similarly, income tax department issues a card nowadays, a number through that card, है ना? Permanent account number. So this number is provided to all taxpayers, income taxpayers. But nowadays, bankers have made it compulsory that each one should get income tax department's PAN number before opening the account. So you also try to open. अभी आप अपना थोड़ा अवेयरनेस लाओ, और अभी आसपास में बहुत सारे लोग इनकम टैक्स का ये पैन नंबर बना के देते हैं, पैन नंबर. सो यू डू द फॉर्मेलिटी बिफोर यू रीच इन द 12th क्लास व्हेन यू विल नीड टू ओपन द बैंक अकाउंट, है ना? तो अपना अपना पैन नंबर मंगा लीजिए आप लोग सब, ठीक है? so that you will need at the time of opening your own account. So simple process है इसका. Nearby you will find some persons who do this business, or online also you can do this process of this permanent account number. So this account number is provided by income tax department of government of India. So two important documents are needed for opening the account. Maybe you are opening current account or you are opening savings account. Are you understanding? कौन कौन से डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज बता रहा हूँ आपको. कौन कौन से डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए?
आधार कार्ड,
PAN card, आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड.
फोटोकॉपी आधार कार्ड.
Sairam,
Saram sir.
so what we were discussing about this passbook and sorry passbook. What I asked you, passbook. What is passbook? Can any of you define passbook? No one knows about passbook? Bhumi? Bhumi Jain, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is passbook?
It's for passing the entries.
Okay. So let me explain.
Sir,
So whenever we
Sir?
yes, please, yes, Prakar, हाँ जी,
Sir?
yes, please. हाँ,
sir, it is a passbook. It is a paper book used to record transactions.
okay, good. Anyone else? Is it visible or not? Screen is visible to you?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So let me present again. Then it will be visible. How much time is left in this meeting? So in the next meeting, I will again present. Now I'm not. So let me explain. So passbook is the copy of your account. Okay, maintained by the bank. Passbook is the copy of customer's account maintained by the bank. So what I said, uh, uh, these transactions take place between bank and customer or businessman. So whatever transactions take place between bank and his customer, bank maintains a separate account of customer, and all transactions related to a customer are recorded in his account. Okay, so a copy of this account is given by bank to the customer. So passbook is nothing; it is a copy of your bank account, which is maintained by the bank. Okay, so passbook is the copy of your account or customer's account maintained by the bank, in which bank shows all the entries for deposits of money, withdrawals of money, credit of interest, debit of interest, any expenses charged by bank. All these items are shown in your passbook, and you can at any time check what is the balance in my bank account, or how much amount I spent or withdraw from bank, or how much amount did I deposit in bank. That all you can check through your passbook. Okay, so passbook is the copy of customer's account maintained by the bank. Is it clear now, Sairam?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now second book provided by the bank is the checkbook, है ना? Checkbook is a collection of checks, है ना? It's a bundle of checks. Checkbook contains checks, है ना? So who is asking how is that provided by the bank either check? Okay. So now checkbook is a bundle of checks. It is provided by bank. So what is a check? Okay. So all of you must have seen check. How many of you have seen the check? Yes, please.
सर मैंने देखा है.
हाँ, क्या होता है चेक? What is there in check?
सर चेकबुक में एक्चुअली टॉप पे लिखा होता है कि किसको कितने पैसे दे रहे, डेट जिस तारीख को हम चेक लिख रहे हैं वो डेट और सिग्नेचर के लिए होता है, और ऊपर बैंक नीचे बैंक अकाउंट होता है और फिर बैंक का नाम होता है जो बैंक से लेते हैं, और टू ऑफ
Okay,
फॉर्म
very
लिखा
good.
रहता है.
Okay, very good, very good. So this is the texture of check, design of the check, है ना? This is written in the check. But technically, what is a check? So check is the order by a customer to the bank to pay a specific amount to a specific person. Okay. So check, basically, what is the definition of a check? What is the status of check? Technical nature of check. So check is an order by the customer to his bank, है ना? Check is an order by customer means account holder in the bank. So check is an order by the customer to his bank to pay a specific sum of money to the person whose name is mentioned in the check, or to himself, means to the customer. So it is an order by the customer of the bank to bank. So what customer is ordering? Customer is giving the order that please make payment of this money to this person according to my instruction. Okay. So whenever, suppose I give you a check and you go to the bank, what bank will do? Bank will make payment or not? Sairam, if I issue a check to you and you go to the bank with check, then bank will make payment to you or not? Saira.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. So why bank is making payment? Because I am giving the instruction or order to my bank that please pay this money from my account to this person. So check is an order by the customer to his bank to make payment of a specific amount to a specific person. So this amount is written in the check, and the name of the person is also mentioned. That is why it is called an order by customer to the bank. Okay. So this check and checkbook, checkbook is a bundle of checks, and check is an order by customer to his bank to make a payment of a specific amount to a specific person, which is mentioned in the check. Okay. So okay, now I am stopping recording. The remaining we will discuss in the next class.